Everyone, we're going to go ahead and get going on our enVision math lesson. We are already at the end of topic 2. Can't believe it. We are going to start our day on page 98. If you would please turn to page 98 in your enVision workbook. I'm going to go ahead and get our camera started. Okay. That went nicely this time. All right, we are on page 92. So real quick, let me just talk about page 97. This is just, camera's going slow. This is just a fluency practice page. You can do this with somebody at home if you want to. You have a partner 1 and a partner 2, and each point to a black number at the same time. Both partners add those numbers. So one of you hits here, one of you hits here, and you add them together. And then if the answer is on your color, you get the tally mark. So if we did 41 and 13, and that makes 54, and I'm the dark blue, then that means I got the point for that. But this is moving very slow today. I apologize for that. I will take that into account and try to go slower. All right, we are on page 98. Bring your camera in a little closer here. All right, so we're going to go over this vocabulary that we have here. This is our word list. These are all the things we've talked about in topic 2. Bar diagram, factor, identity 1 property of multiplication, multiples, product, and 0 property of multiplication. Okay, so looking at number 1. Circle all the correct responses. It's kind of like things that we've been doing in Edmodo. So number 1, circle each number that is a product. Okay, so looking at what is a product is the answer to a multiplication equation. 4 times 6 equals 24. There's a product. 7 times 3 equals 21. Do we have another product? We do. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Do we have another product? No, we don't, because this is a division problem, not a multiplication problem. A division problem would have this be called the quotient. The answer would be called the quotient. All right. Number 2, circle each example of the identity property. Remember, the identity property is also called the 1. It says right here, 1 property. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Is that an identity property? No. 5 times 0 equals 0. Is that an identity property? No. 1 times 6 equals 6. Is that an identity property? Yes. Number 3, circle each example of the 0 property. 1 times 0 equals 0. Yes, that makes sense, right? Anything times 0 is 0. 0 times 9 equals 0. Yes. 2 times 5 equals 10. No, that does not have anything to do with the 0 property of multiplication. I think I might have to get a different pen. All right. Number 4, circle each equation that shows multiplication. 5 plus 6 equals 11. Does that show multiplication? No. 4 groups of 4 equals 16. 4 times 4 is 16. That's multiplication. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to definitely get a different pen. I'll try this one. Let's see if this one works. A little better. Okay. 17 minus 12 equals 5. Is that multiplication? 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Is that multiplication? Nope, we only had 1. Okay, so make sure you have everything that I have on my paper so far. Push pause whenever you need to, because I don't want to go on ahead of you if you're not ready. Number 5 says circle each number that is a multiple of 9. So 9 times 1, No. 9 times 2? No. 9 times 3? No. 9 times 1? Yes. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36, so no. 9 times 3 is 27. Yes. Now look, remember the secret. If we add the two numbers together, 1 plus 6 is 7, 2 plus 8 is 10, 2 plus 7 is 9. We know we have it. How about 19? If we add the 1 and the 9, that makes 10. So that wouldn't work. If we add the 3 and the 6, 3 plus 6 is 9. This is a multiple. 1 plus 8 is 9, so that's a multiple. 3 plus 9 is 12, so that's not a multiple. That's a nice little trick with the 9s, I think. All right. Write true or false. The number 14 is a multiple of 4. Well, let's think about it. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. 3 times 4 equals 12. 4 times 4 equals 16. Did we ever say 14? No, so that's false. The identity property says that any number times 1 equals the number itself. So 8 times 1 would equal 8. True. A bar diagram can be used to show 3 groups of 6. Well, let me show you. Is that 3 groups of 6? Then it's true. Okay. Make sure you get it all down there, guys. Push pause if you need to. Number 9, explain how you can find the product 4 times 2 and the product 8 times 2. Use at least 3 terms from the word list in your explanation. Okay, so let's think about that. I can use a bar diagram. To find the product. That's what they want, the answer. I can use a bar diagram to find the answer to both of these. I can also use the factors and skip count. And what else could we do? I can use the multiples of 2 because times 2 times 2. So if I multiply multiples of 2, I can find the product as well. So I can use a bar diagram. There's one of the vocab to find the product. I can use the factors and skip count. There's factors. We can use that one. I can use the multiples of 2. All right, go ahead and get that written down. Okay, if you're still writing, stop for a second and go hit pause, and then you can unpause it when you're done writing, okay? Go do that right now if you're still writing. All right, we are moving on to page 99. And so it's called the Reteach, and I use this as a review for the chapter. So the left-hand side is all information, and the right-hand side is where we do the problems. So set A, find 6 times 2. Use skip counting. Draw 6 curved arrows on a number line. Each arrow should be 2 units wide. So they went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 times 2 equals 12. Find 6 times 5. Use a pattern. The pattern we can use is the count by 5s. The 6th number in the pattern is the product. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 6 times 5 equals 30. All right, so we're going to remember that over here. Remember that multiples of 2 end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Multiples of 5 end in 0 or 5. Okay, so what does that actually mean? That means that if you are multiplying by 2, the answer has to have one of these numbers in it. If you're multiplying by 5, it has to have a 5 or a 0 in it at the end. So 2 groups of 3. We skip count by 3, 3, 6. 5 times 3, we can skip count by 5s, 5, 10, 15. Multiples of 5. 5 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Multiples of 2 times 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Number 5, 8 times 2. 8 plus 8 is 16. Or I can do 2 8 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I know that's so hard to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to erase it. This paper is kind of thin. It's not the greatest. Okay. Number 6. 7 times 5. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 7 dots there that I used to count by. Okay. Just going over those to make them darker. 2 times 2. 2 groups of 2 is 4. 7 times 2, or we could skip count. We can do 7 plus 7, or we can skip count by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 8 times 5, I can skip count by 5 8 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Skip count by 5 9 times, or you can do your 9s trick. But since they're having us do our multiples, let's skip count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. Make sure you have all of that written down. Push pause. If you need more time, push pause right now. All right. We are going to go on to set B. It says find 9 times 4. List 9's facts. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 9 times 6. We're going to add 9 to it. 54. 9 times 7. 63. 9 times 8. 72. 10. Oh, excuse me. 9 times 10 is 90. Oh, I skipped right over 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Now let's look back at the answer. If we add them together, 1 plus 8 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, 3 plus 6 is 9, 4 plus 5 is 9, 5 plus 4 is 9, 6 plus 3 is 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 0 is 9, 8 plus 1 is 9. All right, remember that the digits in the multiples of 9 form a pattern. Okay, so there's our pattern. Those add up. So 9 times 5, we can do our nines trick. Pull this back just a smidge. Okay, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the number 5 down. And these are my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Six times 9. So we can do our nines trick again, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put down number 6. These are my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Nine times 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put number 9 down. These are your 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1. Okay. Is that making sense? I hope it's making sense. 9 times 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put number 7 down. These are our 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 1, 2, 3, 63. Okay, 8 times 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put number 8 down. You have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 72. And anything times 0, 9 times 0 is 0. Now we can go back and check and see if our answers equal 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. And then 0. All right. Pause this if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to move right on to set C. Set C says, find 0 times 7. 0 property of multiplication. When you multiply a number by 0, the product is 0. 0 groups of 7 equals 0. Identity 1 property of multiplication. When you multiply a number by 1, the product is that number. 1 times 7 equals 7. So let's look here. Remember that the product of 0 and any other number is 0. When you multiply a number by 1, the product is that number. Okay, so 0 groups of 4, I have nothing still. 0 groups of 9 still means nothing. 10 groups of 0, 0. Three times 1 is 3. 0 times 2 is 0. Okay. Okay, let's go to this side. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 6 is 6. 9 times 0 is, no way, Jose. 8 times 1 is 8. And 1 times 0 is 0. All right, make sure you have all of that written down before we turn the page. All right, pause if you need to. Okay, find 10 times 6. When multiplying a number by 10, write a 0 to the right of the number. So 10 times 6 is 60. If you broke it up and just did 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 0 is 0, 60. All right. Remember that when a number is multiplied by 10, the product has a 0 in the ones place. So 10 groups of 7, we can go 7 times 0 is 0, and 7 times 1 is 7. So we get 70. Or you could skip count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. All right, let's go to the next one. 3 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30. 10 groups of nothing, 10 groups of 0 is 0. 10 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Number 4, 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 0 is 0, 90. 1 times 10 is 10. Right. If you have any questions about these, please email me because I'd be happy to help you with these. I really want you to understand them, so just let me know if you do need them. Set E, find 5 times 10. There are many patterns and properties you can use to multiply. Use skip counting with 5 facts. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Use a pattern for tens facts. Write a 0 after the 5. After the 5, 50. The product is the same. 5 times 10 equals 50. All right. Remember that you can use the commutative property of multiplication to multiply 2 factors in any order. So we can do 5 times 9 or 9 times 5. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. So if you skip count by 5s 9 times, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Then 9 times 5 would be 45. 3 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30. And the opposite would be 3 times 10 would equal 30. My marker is kind of blending it all in. 7 times 2, we could skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And the opposite would be 2 times 7 equals 14. 0 times 6, anything times 0 is 0. 6 times 0, still 0. 8 times 1 is 8, or 1 times 8 equals 8. 9 times 6 is, we can do our nines trick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that 6 down. We have 5 tens, which is 50, and 4 ones, which is 4. 54. The same as a 6 times 9 equals 54. Bring that down here. Maybe see it a little easier. It's a marker, so I know it's kind of bleeding through there. All right. Push pause if you still need to finish writing in there. Set F. It says, think about these questions to help you model with math. Thinking habits. How can I use math I know to help solve the problem? How can I use pictures, objects, or an equation to represent the problem? How can I use numbers, words, and symbols to solve the problem? So those are things to think about. Remember that representations can help you apply math that you know. Umar has 5 dimes in his left pocket. He has 3 dimes in his right pocket. A dime is worth 10 cents. How much money does Umar have? So it says, draw a bar diagram to help answer the hidden question. Okay, so what we know is that a dime is worth 10 cents. We know that he has 5 on this side and 3 on that side. So that means how many dimes does he have? He has 8 dimes. And 8 dimes are worth 10 cents each. So he would have 80 cents. Draw a bar diagram to help answer the main question. Okay, the main question was, how much money does Umar have? He has 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has how many? Oh, I did that wrong, guys. Take away that one right there. And we needed 8, not 10. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because there's 8 coins, and each one is worth 10 cents. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 cents. Let me bring the camera, or the camera down so you can see. So there's 10 cents in each one. Okay, make sure you have all of that written down. All right, so that should do it for today for our review. So tomorrow we'll do some math interactive notebook activities, and then we'll be doing our assessment after that. So if you have all of this written down, this will help you on your test. This will be really helpful on your test. So make sure that you go ahead and get those written down. All right, guys, I hope you had a great day today. Good job for working so hard, and I will see you tomorrow in our math lesson. Go ahead and close this out. And where did you go? There you are. I don't know what that was, but thank you so much for coming to do your math. I know it's hard to do, but guys, it will be so much easier if you keep at it. Just a little bit at a time, remember. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you tomorrow.